Common mistakes in English and how to avoid them. Confusing similar words. He go to school every day, he goes to school every day. Always remember to add s/es with he, she, it in present tense. Wrong prepositions. I am married with him. I am married to him. Learn prepositions with phrases, not just words. For example, interested in, good at, married to. Overusing article. She is the teacher of English. She is an English teacher. Use a/n for professions and the only when it's specific. Incorrect word order in questions. You are going where? Where are you going? In questions, use question word auxiliary subject main verb. Using wrong tenses. I am agree with you. I agree with you. Agree is not continuous. Some verbs like know, believe, love, agree are usually in simple present, not continuous. Double negatives. I don't need no help. I don't need any help. In English, two negatives make the meaning wrong. Use only one negative. Confusing vocabulary. They're going to the park. They're going to the park. Always check meaning. Their possession, their place, there they are. Pronunciation mistakes. Comfortably saying every letter. Comfortable, English spelling and pronunciation are different. Listen carefully and practice with native audio. Tips to avoid mistakes. Read and listen more English daily. Keep a notebook of your mistakes. Practice speaking slowly and clearly. Learn phrases, not just single words. Unnecessary plurals. She has many informations. She has a lot of information. Words like information, advice, furniture, news are uncountable, so they don't take s. Wrong use of since and for. I have lived here since 5 years. I have lived here for 5 years. Use since with a starting point, since 2010, and for with a period of time, for 5 years. Using very too much. It is very very hot today. It is extremely hot today. Try stronger words instead of very very big huge, very tired exhausted. Misusing much and many. I have much friends. I have many friends. Use many with countable nouns, friends, books, and much with uncountable nouns, money, sugar. Wrong past form. I have ate breakfast already. I have eaten breakfast already. Learn the 3 forms of verbs. Eat, ate, eaten, go, went, gone. Using will after. If it will rain, we will stay home. If it rains, we will stay home. In first conditional sentences, don't use will after if. Using wrong comparative forms. She is more prettier than her sister. She is prettier than her sister. Don't use more with adjectives that already have. Translating directly from native language. Open the light, please. Turn on the light, please. Some phrases don't translate word by word. Learn them as fixed expressions. Forgetting subject. Is raining outside. It is raining outside. Always use a subject, I, you, he, she, it, we, they, in English sentences. Mixing up do and make. I make my homework every day. I do my homework every day. General rule, use make for producing/creating, make a cake, make a mistake, and do for tasks/activities, do homework, do the dishes. Using people is instead of people are. People is friendly here. People are friendly here. People is plural, so always use plural verbs. Confusing few and a few. I have few friends, so I am happy. I have a few friends. So I am happy. Few means almost none, negative. A few means some, positive. Saying according to me, English is easy. In my opinion, English is easy. Use according to only for other people's ideas, not your own. Using because and so together. Because it was raining, so we stayed home. Because it was raining, we stayed home. It was raining, so we stayed home. Use either because or so, not both. Wrong use of too and enough. He is enough tall to play basketball. He is tall enough to play basketball. Remember, too adjective, too hot, and adjective enough, strong enough. Using every with plural noun. Every students passed the exam. Every student passed the exam. After every, always use singular nouns, mixing up say and tell. She said me the story. She told me the story. Use say words, she said hello, and tell person, she told me a secret. Forgetting ing after enjoy, like, love. I enjoy to play football. I enjoy playing football. After enjoy, like, love, hate use verb ing, using can for past ability. When I was young, I can swim very well. When I was young, I could swim very well. Use could for past ability, confusing who and whom. Who did you give the book to? Less formal but common, whom did you give the book to? Formal, who subject, whom object. But in modern English, who is often used in daily speech, using less with countable nouns. There are less people in the park today. There are fewer people in the park today. Use fewer with countable nouns, less with uncountable nouns. Wrong word after discuss. Let's discuss about this problem. Let's discuss this problem. Discuss already includes the meaning of about, using me as the subject. Me and my friend went to the park. My friend and I went to the park. Use I as the subject, not me, saying he don't instead of he doesn't. He don't like pizza. He doesn't like pizza. With he, she, it, always use doesn't in the present tense, mixing up each other and one another. The two brothers love one another. The two brothers love each other. Use each other for two people, one another for more than two, forgetting past tense in questions. Did you went to school yesterday? Did you go to school yesterday? After did, always use the base form of the verb. Confusing too and also. I like coffee, too much. I like coffee too / I also like coffee. Too equals in addition, too much equals more than needed. Wrong use of look, see, watch. I am seeing TV now. I am watching TV now. See equals with eyes, not controlled. Look equals focus attention. Watch equals follow something moving. Using more better. This phone is more better than that one. This phone is better than that one. Never use more with comparative adjectives ending in, mixing up by and until. I will finish this work until Friday. I will finish this work by Friday. By before or at a deadline, until up to a point in time. Wrong word with married. She married with a doctor. She married a doctor. Don't use with after marry, confusing borrow and lend. Can you borrow me your book? Can you lend me your book? Borrow take something, lend give something, forgetting plural verbs with collective nouns. British versus American. The team are winning. U.S. English, the team is winning. U.S. English, in British English, team, family, group can be singular or plural. In American English, they're usually singular, using everybody are instead of everybody is. Everybody are happy today. Everybody is happy today. Everybody, someone, anyone, nobody always singular, using would after if in past. If I would be rich, I would travel the world. If I were rich, I would travel the world. In unreal conditionals, use if past simple, would verb, wrong use of during and for. I stayed in London during 3 weeks. I stayed in London for 3 weeks. During equals when something happens, for equals how long it happens, adding to after must. You must study hard. You must study hard. After must, should, can, use the base verb without to. Mixing up since and from. I have been here from Monday. I have been here since Monday. Use since with a starting point, from with a range from Monday to Friday. Using much with positive. I have much friends in school. I have many friends in school. Much is usually for negatives or questions. I don't have much time, while many fits positive countables. Wrong placement of still and yet. I yet haven't finished my homework. I haven't finished my homework yet. I am still doing my homework. Use yet in negative / questions, still for continuing actions. Mixing few and little. I have little friends in this city. I have few friends in this city. Few countable nouns. Friends, books, little uncountable nouns. Money, water, using will after, if, in present. If she will call me, I will be happy. If she calls me, I will be happy. In first conditionals, after if use present tense, not will. Learning new words can feel hard, but it doesn't have to be boring. Fun English stories can make vocabulary learning exciting and easy. When you enjoy the story, the new words stay in your mind longer. Stories show words in real situations, so you understand how to use them. You see how characters speak and describe things. This makes it easier to remember the meaning and use the words in your own sentences. When you read or listen to a story, write down new words you hear.
Look at their meaning and try to make your own short sentences with them. The more you use the words, the stronger your memory becomes. Fun English stories can be about anything, mysteries, adventures, or even everyday life. Choose topics you enjoy, and your learning will feel like entertainment, not study. This way, you grow your vocabulary while having fun. The best part is, you can share these stories with friends or family. Practice speaking and using the new words together. Soon, you'll be surprised at how rich and confident your vocabulary becomes. Introduction: Why vocabulary matters and why stories are powerful for learning. The power of stories: how stories make words easier to remember. Choosing the right stories: how to pick stories that help you learn. Reading versus listening: benefits of each for vocabulary growth. Tips while reading: note-taking, guessing word meaning, and context clues. Tips while listening: repetition, pausing, and shadow reading. How to use new words in speaking: practical ways to make them stick. How to use new words in writing: simple exercises to remember vocabulary. Fun practice activities, games, storytelling, and group learning. Story examples: short original fun stories with highlighted vocabulary. Building a daily habit: how to fit learning into your routine. Tracking your progress: keeping a vocabulary journal. Overcoming challenges: what to do if you forget words. Encouragement and motivation: staying consistent. Conclusion and call to action: start your vocabulary journey today. Introduction: why vocabulary matters and why stories help. Vocabulary is the heart of any language. If you know many words, you can express your ideas clearly. You can understand what people say, and you can enjoy books, movies, and conversations more. Without enough words, even simple communication becomes difficult. You may understand the main idea but miss the small details. That is why building your vocabulary is an important step in learning English. Stories are one of the best tools for learning new words. They give you examples of how words are used in real life. You can see how characters speak, think, and describe their world. When you read or listen to a story, you are not just learning grammar. You are also learning the natural flow of language. This makes vocabulary easier to remember and more fun to practice. Unlike boring lists of words, stories keep your mind active. You want to know what happens next, so you keep reading or listening. Without realizing it, you learn new words and remember them for a long time. The power of stories. Stories connect to our emotions. When we feel happy, sad, or excited while reading, our brain remembers the words better. This is because emotions make learning stronger and more lasting. That a story gives each new word a home inside a sentence. You don't just learn the word, you see how it lives with other words. This helps you understand how to use it in real life. In a story, you meet characters who speak naturally. You see how they greet each other, ask questions, and describe things. These conversations teach you how English sounds in everyday life. Stories also show words in different situations. A word might have more than one meaning, and a good story can help you see them all. This makes your vocabulary richer and more flexible. When you enjoy a story, you are not forcing yourself to learn. The words enter your mind almost without effort. This is the secret power of learning through stories. It feels easy, but it works deeply. Choosing the right stories. Not every story is good for learning English. You should choose stories that match your current level. If the story is too hard, you may feel lost and stop reading. Pick stories that you enjoy. If you love mysteries, read mystery stories. If you like adventures, choose stories with action. Enjoyment makes learning faster and more natural. Short stories are great for beginners. They are easy to finish, and you feel a sense of success. This feeling will motivate you to read more and learn more. Look for stories with clear language and simple sentences. This will help you focus on the new words without getting confused by complex grammar. If possible, choose stories that also have an audio version. Listening while reading is a powerful way to improve both vocabulary and pronunciation at the same time. Reading versus listening. Reading and listening are both powerful ways to learn new words, but they help you in different ways. Reading lets you see the spelling and shape of each word. Listening trains your ears to understand how words sound in real conversations. When you read, you can stop and look at a word carefully. You can check its meaning, see how it is used in the sentence, and even write it down. This slow process helps you understand the details. When you listen, you practice catching words at normal speed. This is what happens in real life when people speak. You learn the rhythm of the language and the natural way sentences flow. Listening can also help you understand pronunciation, stress, and intonation. These are things you can't learn fully from reading alone. Together, reading and listening give you a complete learning experience. The best approach is to combine both. Read a story first, then listen to the audio. Or listen first, then read to check the words you missed. This way, you train both your eyes and your ears. Tips while reading. When you read a story, keep a notebook or a digital document nearby. Write down the new words you find. Seeing them written will help you remember their spelling. Do not stop for every new word, or you might lose the flow of the story. Try to guess the meaning from the sentence. Then, check the dictionary later to confirm. Highlight or underline important words in the text. This will make it easier to review them later. You can also use colored pens or markers to make the learning fun. After reading a chapter or a short story, review your list of new words. Try to make your own sentences using these words. This will help you move the words from short-term memory to long-term memory. Rereading is also powerful. When you read the same story again, you understand it better and notice words you missed before. Each time, your vocabulary grows stronger. Tips while listening. When you listen to a story, choose a quiet place where you can focus. Background noise can make it harder to hear and understand new words. Don't worry if you can't understand every single word. Listen for the main idea first. Your brain will slowly start to fill in the missing words over time. Use the pause and rewind buttons. If you hear a new word, pause the audio. Repeat it out loud to practice pronunciation. Then play it again to hear it in context. Try shadow reading. This means speaking along with the narrator. It helps you learn the speed, tone, and rhythm of natural English speech. Listen to the same story more than once. The first time, just enjoy it. The second and third times, focus on catching new words and understanding their meaning. How to use new words in speaking. Learning a new word is only the first step. To keep it in your memory, you must use it when you speak. The more you use it, the more natural it will feel. Start by practicing new words in simple sentences. You don't need to make long or complicated phrases. Just focus on using the word correctly in context. Speak to yourself if you have no one to talk to. Describe your day using the new words you learned. You can do this while cooking, walking, or looking in the mirror. If you have friends or family who also want to learn English, talk with them. Try to include your new words in the conversation. This will make your speaking practice more fun and real. Join English speaking groups, online chats, or language clubs. These places give you the chance to use your new vocabulary in real conversations with different people. How to use new words in writing. Writing is a great way to make new words stay in your mind. When you write, you think about the meaning, spelling, and how the word fits into a sentence. This deep thinking helps you remember it. Start small. Write short sentences or a small diary entry using the new words. Even 2 or 3 sentences a day can make a big difference in your vocabulary. You can also write short stories using your new words. They don't need to be perfect. The goal is to make the words a natural part of your writing. If you like social media, write posts in English and use your new vocabulary. This is a fun way to share your learning and get feedback from friends or followers. After writing, read your sentences again. Check if you used the words correctly. Over time, you will see your writing skills and vocabulary grow together. Fun practice activities. Learning vocabulary doesn't have to be serious all the time. You can turn it into games and activities that make learning enjoyable. This way, you stay motivated and have fun. One idea is to play word games like word bingo or hangman. These games help you remember spelling while keeping you entertained. Another fun activity is story building. One person starts a story with a sentence, and the next person adds a sentence using a new word. This makes everyone think creatively. You can also label things around your house with sticky notes in English. Each time you see the object, you remember the word without extra effort. Create flashcards either on paper or in an app. Play quick review games with them, testing yourself or a friend. A few minutes of practice each day can give big results. Story examples. Mini Story 1. The lost key. Sarah woke up early and saw the shiny key on her table was gone. She looked under the bed, inside the drawer, and even in the kitchen. The mysterious disappearance made her curious. She remembered her cat often played with small objects. She checked behind the sofa and found the key under a dusty cushion. Sarah laughed at the little adventure her cat had caused. Mini Story 2. The rainy day. It was a gloomy afternoon, and dark clouds covered the sky. Tom decided to stay inside and read his favorite book. The sound of gentle rain made the room feel peaceful. Suddenly, there was a knock on the door. His friend Ben came in, carrying warm soup. They sat together, enjoying the cozy weather and each other's company. Mini Story 3. The new garden. Emma wanted to make her backyard beautiful. She planted colorful flowers and added a small fountain in the middle. Every morning, she watered the plants and enjoyed the fresh air. Soon, birds began visiting the garden. Their cheerful songs made Emma smile. She felt proud of the lovely space she had created. In each story, the highlighted words like shiny, mysterious, dusty, gloomy, gentle, knock, colorful, fountain, and cheerful can be added to a learner's vocabulary list for review and practice.
Hello and welcome to Listen and Learn English. Today we will learn 15 useful English idioms that you should know. These idioms will make your English sound more natural and fun. So, let's get started. Break the ice. Meaning, to start a conversation in a friendly way. Example. He told a funny joke to break the ice at the party. Hit the nail on the head. Meaning, to say something exactly right. Example. You hit the nail on the head with your answer. Let the cat out of the bag. Meaning, to tell a secret by mistake. Example. She let the cat out of the bag about the surprise party. A piece of cake. Meaning, something very easy. Example. This test was a piece of cake. Once in a blue moon. Meaning, very rarely. Example. I go to the cinema once in a blue moon. Under the weather. Meaning, feeling sick or unwell. Example. I'm feeling a bit under the weather today. The ball is in your court meaning. It's your turn to make a decision. Example. I've done my part. Now the ball is in your court. Spill the beans meaning. To reveal a secret. Example. He spilled the beans about the plan. Bite the bullet meaning. To do something difficult or painful. Example. I hate going to the dentist, but I had to bite the bullet. Cost an arm and a leg meaning. Very expensive. Example. That car costs an arm and a leg. Burn the midnight oil meaning. Work late into the night. Example. She burned the midnight oil to finish her homework. In hot water meaning. In trouble. Example. He was in hot water for missing class. Hit the sack meaning. Go to bed. Example. I'm tired. Time to hit the sack. Pull someone's leg meaning. To joke or trick someone. Example. Are you serious? Or are you pulling my leg? On cloud nine meaning. Very happy. Example. She was on cloud nine after winning the prize. Throw in the towel meaning. Give up. Example. He threw in the towel after trying for years. Under your belt meaning. Achieved or experienced. Example. With 3 years of work under her belt, she applied for a better job. Get your feet wet meaning. Try something for the first time. Example. I got my feet wet with a small project before starting the big one. Put all your eggs in one basket meaning. Rely on one thing too much. Example. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Apply to many jobs. By the book meaning. Follow the rules exactly. Example. He does everything by the book. Play it by ear meaning. Decide what to do as things happen. Example. We'll play it by ear if it rains. Bend over backward meaning. Try very hard to help. Example. She bent over backward to please him. Drag your feet meaning. Do something slowly because you don't want to. Example. He's dragging his feet on doing homework. Jump the gun meaning. Act too soon. Example. Don't jump the gun. Wait for the instructions. Let sleeping dogs lie meaning. Don't bring up old problems. Example. Just let sleeping dogs lie and move on. Turn over a new leaf meaning. Change for the better. Example. He turned over a new leaf after the accident. Break new ground meaning. Do something original or innovative. Example. The company broke new ground in AI. Learn the ropes meaning. Learn how to do a job or task. Example. I'm still learning the ropes at my new job. Start from scratch meaning. Begin again with nothing. Example. We lost everything and had to start from scratch. Step up your game meaning. Improve your performance. Example. If you want a promotion, you need to step up your game. Let the cat out of the bag meaning. Reveal a secret. Example. He let the cat out of the bag about the party. Hit the nail on the head meaning. Do or say something exactly right. Example. You hit the nail on the head with your idea. Add fuel to the fire meaning. Make a bad situation worse. Example. His words added fuel to the fire. Out of the frying pan into the fire meaning. From a bad situation to a worse one. Example. Leaving that job was like jumping out of the frying pan into the fire. In hot water meaning. In trouble. Example. He's in hot water for skipping class. Bite the bullet meaning. Do something difficult or unpleasant. Example. I hate the dentist, but I had to bite the bullet. Burn bridges meaning. damage relationships. Example: be careful not to burn bridges when you quit. Blow off steam meaning: release anger or stress. Example: I went for a run to blow off steam. Be on edge meaning: feeling nervous or tense. Example: he's been on edge before the interview. Jump for joy meaning: feel extremely happy. Example: she jumped for joy when she passed. Put on a brave face meaning: pretend to be happy when you are not. Example: he put on a brave face after the breakup. Lose your temper meaning: get angry suddenly. Example: he lost his temper at the meeting. Keep your cool meaning: stay calm. Example: she kept her cool during the fight. Which idiom did you like the most? Comment below and use one in a sentence. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Listen and Learn English for more fun English stories and lessons. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Tom is a young boy. He wants to learn how to tell time in English. One day, his father gives him a small clock. "This is for you," he says with a smile. Tom looks at the clock. "What time is it?" he asks. His father says, "Look at the short hand. It tells the hour. The long hand tells the minutes." Tom nods. "The short hand is on 7. The long hand is on 12. It's 7 o'clock, he says proudly. His father claps and says, "Very good." Later, Tom sees the clock again. The short hand is on 3. The long hand is on 6. He thinks for a moment. "It's 3:30, he says. His sister says, "Wow, you are learning fast." At school, the teacher says, "What time do we eat lunch?" Tom looks at the clock. "It's 12:15, he says. The teacher smiles, "Great job, Tom." Tom learns new phrases. Quarter past, quarter to, and half past. He repeats, quarter past 2 means 2:15. Half past 6 means 6:30. One day, Tom helps his friend. "What time is the movie?" his friend asks. Tom says, "It starts at 4:45. His friend says, "Thank you." At home, Tom shows his mother. The time is 10:25. She hugs him. "Now you can read the clock like a big boy." Now Tom practices every day. He asks everyone, "What time is it?" He listens and repeats the answer. Time telling is fun for him now. Soon, Tom knows all about clocks. Digital, wall clocks, and watches too. He tells time in the morning, afternoon, and night. Telling time helps Tom plan his day. He wakes up at 7, eats lunch at 1, and sleeps at 9. He is happy and proud. Tom starts writing the time in his notebook every day. He writes, "I wake up at 7 o'clock. I eat breakfast at 7:30. I go to school at 8:15. It helps him remember. His teacher gives the class a clock game. She says, "Show me 10:15. Tom moves the clock hands. He shows 10:15. "Yes. That is correct," she says. In the evening, Tom plays with his toy clock. He moves the hands and says, "It's 5 o'clock. Now it's 5:30. Now it's 5:45. His mom smiles. His little brother asks, "What is 5:30?" Tom explains, 5:30 means 30 minutes after the hour. 7:30 means 7:30. His brother says, "I want to learn too." Tom tells him, when the minute hand is on the 6, that is 5:30. When it's on the 3, it's 4:15. When it's on the 9, it's 4:45. His brother nods slowly. One Sunday morning, the family goes to the park. Dad says, let's leave at 10 o'clock. Tom checks his watch and says, it's 10 o'clock now. Let's go. At the park, Tom sees a big clock on a tall tower. The short hand is on 11. The long hand is on 12. It's 11 o'clock, he says. Time flies when we have fun. Back home, Tom makes a time chart. It says, wake up, 7 o'clock, breakfast, 7:30, school, 8:15, lunch, 1 o'clock, homework, 4 o'clock, dinner, 7 o'clock, bedtime, 9 o'clock. Tom puts the chart on the wall. Now I will never be late, he says. His parents are proud of him. You are so good at telling time now. One day, Tom visits Grandma. She asks, what time is it? Tom looks at the clock. It's 2:45. Grandma says, smart boy. You tell time so well. Grandma gives him a gift. It's a shiny new wristwatch. This will help you learn even more, she says. Tom wears it all day and checks the time often. Tom helps his classmates too. One friend says, what does 2:45 mean? Tom replies, 3:45 means it's 15 minutes before 4. That is 3:45. Soon, Tom starts learning time expressions in English. On time, late, early, and just in time. He says, I like to be on time. I don't want to be late. His teacher gives a quiz. She asks, what time is it if the short hand is on 2 and the long hand is on 9? Tom answers, it's 2:45. He gets a gold star. Tom makes up a song, 1/4 past, 1/2 past, 1/4 to, now I know what the clock can do. Tick-tock goes the little hand, now I really understand. Every night before bed, Tom checks the clock. It's 9 o'clock, he says. Time to sleep. He turns off the light and dreams about clocks and stars. The next day, Tom wakes up and looks at his new wristwatch. It's 6:55, he says. 5 more minutes, then it's 7 o'clock. He waits and watches the minute hand move. When it reaches 12, he smiles. Now it's 7 o'clock. Time to start my day. He brushes his teeth, gets dressed, and eats his breakfast on time. At school, the teacher brings a big cardboard clock. She asks, can you show me 2:30? Tom walks up, moves the hands, and says, like this. The class claps loudly. During English class, they learn time-related questions. What time do you get up? When do you eat lunch? Tom answers each question with a smile and full sentence. After school, Tom helps his friend Lily. She says, I always forget what 1/4 past means. Tom draws a clock and says, 1/4 past 5 means 5:15. Easy, right? He adds, the word 1/4 means 15 minutes. A clock has 60 minutes. So, a 1/4 is 1/4 of an hour. Lily nods and says, thank you. That helps. Tom and Lily play a time-matching game. They pick a card that says, 3:30 and must show it on the clock. Tom turns the hands and says, that's 3:30. At dinner, Tom talks about his day. We played a time game in class, he says. His mom says, that's great. What time is it now? Tom looks and answers, it's 6:45. 6:45. Tom starts using time words in sentences. He says things like, I woke up early today, or I was just in time for class. His teacher is happy with his progress. One weekend, Tom and his dad go to the train station. Tom hears the speaker, train arrives at 2:15. He looks at the clock. We have 20 minutes left, he says. His dad smiles. You understand time so well now, Tom. Tom says, yes, and I like teaching others too. He tells his dad, learning time helps me plan my day better. That evening, Tom writes in his journal, I got up at 7 o'clock, I played at 10:30, lunch was at 1 o'clock, the train came at 2:15, dinner was at 7 o'clock, I will sleep at 9 o'clock. Tom also learns to use digital clocks. He says, 3:45 is 3:45. Then he looks at an analog clock and shows the same time. He can read both now. He even learns about time zones in geography class. When it's morning here, it's night in some places, says the teacher. Tom thinks that is very interesting. Tom dreams of visiting new countries one day. He says, if I go to England, I will check the time difference first. He knows time is important everywhere. At school, Tom becomes the time captain. Every morning, he tells the class the time and what activity comes next. It's 10 o'clock, time for reading, he says. He creates a poster for his classroom. It says, 9 o'clock, morning meeting, 10 o'clock, reading time, 11 o'clock, math class, 12 o'clock, lunch, 1 o'clock art, 2 o'clock, story time, 3 o'clock, home time. The teacher puts the poster on the wall. She says, thank you, Tom. Now everyone can follow the time easily. Tom feels proud and happy. Hello everyone. Waving hand, welcome back to Listen Learn English. Today, we are starting a new series called Basic Grammar Lessons. Are you ready? Let's learn together. In today's lesson, we will learn about nouns. So, what is a noun? Thinking face. A noun is a word that names a person, place, thing, or idea. It's very simple, let's look at some examples. Glowing star, person, doctor, teacher, friend. Place, school, park, city. Thing, book, apple, car. Idea, love, happiness, freedom. Everything around you has a name. That name is a noun. Now, let's practice together. Direct hit. I will show you a word. You tell me if it is a person, place, thing, or idea. You can show a picture or word on the screen. Hospital, place. Teacher, person. Happiness, idea, ball, thing. So, what is a verb? Thinking face. A verb is a word that shows an action or a state of being. It tells us what someone does or what something is. We cannot make a sentence without a verb. It's very important. First, let's talk about action verbs. Action verbs show what someone is doing. Here are some examples: run, man running, eat red apples, sing, microphone, write, writing, hand, dance, woman dancing, backhand, index pointing, right. Example sentence: she runs every morning. I eat an apple. You can see, the verbs tell us the action. Next, we have state of being verbs. These verbs show a situation, not an action. The most common verb here is be, like is, am, are, was, and were. Backhand, index pointing, right. Example sentences: I am happy. He is a doctor. They were tired. Now, it's time to practice together. Direct hit. I will say a sentence. You tell me. Backhand, index pointing right is the verb showing an action or a state of being. Ready? Let's go. She sings beautifully. Action. Microphone, he is tall. State of being, we dance at the party. Action. Woman dancing, I was tired after work. State of being, awesome. You are doing great. Thank you for learning about verbs with me today. In the next lesson, we will learn about adjectives, words that make your sentences colorful. Artist palette, don't forget to like, thumbs up, share out box tray, and subscribe bell so you never miss a lesson. It's time for part 3 of our basic grammar lessons. We are going to learn about adjectives. Are you ready to make your sentences beautiful? Let's start. So, what is an adjective? Thinking face, an adjective is a word that describes a noun. It tells us more about a person, place, thing, or idea. Backhand, index pointing right. Adjectives answer questions like, what kind? How many? Which one? Without adjectives, our sentences would be very plain. Let's look at some examples. Glowing star, beautiful flower cherry blossom big house house happy child grinning face 3 books books red car automobile. Here, beautiful, big, happy, 3, and red are adjectives. They give more information about the noun. Now, let's see how we use adjectives in sentences. Open book. Backhand index pointing right examples. She has a beautiful smile. We live in a big city. He is a happy boy. I bought 3 apples. Adjectives make your speaking and writing more colorful and interesting. There are many types of adjectives. Let's learn a few easy ones. Descriptive adjectives describe how something looks, feels, or sounds. Example: soft, bright, loud, blue circle. Quantitative adjectives tell us how much or how many. Example: few, many, 5, blue circle. Demonstrative adjectives point out specific things. Example: this, that, these, those. In the next lesson, we will learn about adverbs, words that describe actions. Sparkles, we are going to learn about adverbs. Are you excited? Let's start. So, what is an adverb? Thinking face, an adverb is a word that describes a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. It tells us how, when, where, or how much something happens. Adverbs make our sentences more interesting and clear. Let's look at some examples. Glowing star how? She sings beautifully. When? He arrived yesterday. Where? They looked everywhere. Magnifying glass tilted left how much? I am very tired. Sleeping face. The adverbs are beautifully, yesterday, everywhere, and very. See how they give more information. Most adverbs that tell how something happens end with ly. Here are some examples: quickly, slowly, happily, sadly. Backhand index pointing right example sentences. She runs quickly, woman running. He speaks slowly, speaking head. Easy trick: if you see a word ending in ly, it might be an adverb. Did you know? Adverbs don't just describe verbs. They can also describe adjectives and other adverbs. Examples: she is very beautiful. Adverb describing an adjective: he runs very quickly. Adverb describing another adverb: wow. Adverbs are powerful. Collision. Hey everyone. Welcome back to Listen Learn English. Glowing star. Today, we're diving into the world of idioms, those funny, creative, and sometimes confusing phrases that native speakers use all the time. Thinking face. Have you ever heard someone say, "It's raining cats and dogs," and wondered what on earth they meant? Dog face, cat face. Well, you're in the right place. In this video, we'll explore some of the most common and useful idioms in English, so you can sound more natural and confident when speaking. Let's get started. Idioms related to people behavior. 1. A blessing in disguise, something that seems bad but turns out to be good. 2. A piece of cake, something very easy. 3. Actions speak louder than words, what you do is more important than what you say. 4. Add fuel to the fire, make a bad situation worse. 5. All ears, fully listening. 6. At the drop of a hat, instantly, without hesitation. 7. Bite the bullet, endure something painful or difficult. 8. Break a leg, good luck. 9. Burn the midnight oil. Stay up late working or studying, cry over spilled milk, get upset about something that cannot be changed. Idioms related to time. 11. Better late than never, it's better to do something late than not at all. 12. Call it a day, stop working on something. 13. Hit the nail on the head, describe exactly what is causing a situation or problem. 14. I in the nick of time, just in time. 15. Kill time, do something while waiting. 16. Once in a blue moon, very rarely. 17. The 11th hour, at the last moment. 18. Time flies, time passes quickly. 19. Time is money, time is valuable. 20. Under the weather, feeling sick, idioms related to money business. 21. A penny for your thoughts, tell me what you're thinking. 22. Break the bank, spend too much money. 23. Go Dutch, each person pays for themselves. 24. Money doesn't grow on trees, money is limited, so be careful with it. 25. Pay through the nose, pay too much money. 26. Put your money where your mouth is, back up words with actions. 27. Save for a rainy day, save money for a future need. 28. A cash cow, a business or product that makes a lot of money. 29. Throw in the towel, give up. 30. The ball is in your court, it's your turn to take action. Idioms related to work success. 31. Back to the drawing board, start over. 32. Burn the candle at both ends, work too hard without rest. 33. Be why the skin of your teeth, barely succeed in something. 34. Climb the ladder, advance in career or status. 35. Get the ball rolling, start something. 36. Go the extra mile, do more than what's expected. 37. Jump on the bandwagon, follow a trend. 38. On thin ice, in a risky situation. 39. Pull out all the stops, do everything possible to succeed. 40. Think outside the box, be creative. Idioms related to relationships. 41. Bury the hatchet, make peace. 42. Get cold feet, become nervous before an event. 43. Hit it off, get along well from the start. 44. Let the cat out of the bag, reveal a secret. 45. See eye to eye, agree on something. 46. Sweep under the rug, hide something unpleasant. 47. Tie the knot, get married. 48. To have a heart of gold, be kind and generous. 49. To be on the same wavelength, think alike. 50. Turn a blind eye, ignore something wrong. Idioms related to nature animals. 51. A fish out of water, someone uncomfortable in a situation. 52. A wolf in sheep's clothing, someone who pretends to be good but isn't. 53. Curiosity killed the cat, being too curious can lead to trouble. 54. Dog eat dog world, a competitive environment. 55. Hold your horses, wait and be patient. 56. Let sleeping dogs lie, don't bring up past conflicts. 57. Make a mountain out of a molehill, overreact to a small problem. 58. Raining cats and dogs, raining heavily. 59. Take the bull by the horns, face a difficult situation bravely. 60. The lion's share, the largest part. Idioms related to food eating. 61. Apple of one's eye, someone special. 62. Bite off more than you can chew, take on too much responsibility. 63. Cool as a cucumber, stay calm under pressure. 64. Egg on your face, look foolish. 65. Have bigger fish to fry, have more important things to do. 66. In a pickle, in a difficult situation. 67. Piece of cake, very easy. 68. Spill the beans, reveal a secret. 69. Sugarcoat something, make something sound better than it is. 70. The icing on the cake, something extra that makes a good situation even better. Idioms related to body parts. 71. A pain in the neck, something annoying. 72. All thumbs, clumsy. 73. Cost an arm and a leg, very expensive. 74. Get off on the wrong foot, start something badly. 75. Give someone the cold shoulder, ignore someone. 76. Head over heels, deeply in love. 77. Keep an eye on, watch closely. 78. Lend a hand, help someone. 79. Pull someone's leg, joke or tease. 80. Stick your neck out, take a risk. Idioms related to luck chance. 81. Against all odds, despite difficulties. 82. Beginner's luck, first time success. 83. Hit the jackpot, have great luck. 84. Luck of the draw, pure chance. 85. Play with fire, take a dangerous risk. 86. Roll the dice, take a chance. 87. Strike gold, find success. 88. The odds are stacked against you, facing many difficulties. 89. Throw caution to the wind, take a reckless risk. 90. Turn the tables, change a situation to your advantage. Miscellaneous idioms. 91. Bite the dust, fail or be defeated. 92. Don't count your chickens before they hatch, don't assume success before it happens. 93. Go out on a limb, take a risk to support someone. 94. Jump the gun, act too soon. 95. Keep your chin up, stay positive. 96. Make ends meet, manage finances. 97. On cloud 9, extremely happy. 98. Pull yourself together, calm down. 99. Under one's nose, clearly visible but unnoticed. 100. Water under the bridge, a past event that's no longer important. And there you have it. Party Popper, we've explored some of the most powerful idioms in English, phrases that can make you sound more natural, confident, and expressive. Glowing star, remember, idioms are like secret codes in language. Once you understand them, you unlock a whole new level of communication. Light bulb, which idiom was your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. Speech balloon, and if you enjoyed this lesson, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Listen Learn English for more fun and easy ways to improve your English. Rocket, see you in the next video. Until then, keep practicing and keep learning. Lila was a librarian who loved old books. One day, she found a dusty book with no title. When she opened it, the pages were blank except for one line: write your regret, and rewrite your past. She thought it was a joke but decided to try. Lila wrote about her biggest regret, leaving her best friend Sam after a fight. The next morning, she woke up in her old room, years in the past. Sam was calling her, asking to meet. Lila couldn't believe it worked. She had a second chance to fix things. She met Sam and apologized, and they became friends again. But when she returned to the present, something was different. Her brother, who had been happy before, was now sad. The book had changed more than she expected. Lila realized every choice had consequences. She tried again, this time fixing her brother's life instead. But then, Sam was no longer her friend. The book gave her power, but at a cost. Lila understood she couldn't control everything. Some mistakes were meant to stay in the past. In the end, Lila wrote one last note: I accept my life as it is. The book vanished, leaving her with the present, flawed but real. She smiled, knowing some second chances weren't in books, but in moving forward. Lila sat alone in the quiet library, dusting old shelves. Her fingers brushed against a worn-out leather book hidden behind others. Curious, she opened it and gasped. The words, change your past, but beware the cost, glowed faintly before fading away. Her heart raced. Was this magic? She grabbed a pen and wrote about failing her music exam years ago. The next moment, she was back in her teenage bedroom. Her violin lay on the bed, just like before. This time, she practiced harder and aced the test. But when she returned to the present, she was no longer a librarian. Now, she worked in a music school, but her hands trembled when she played. The pressure of success had stolen her joy. Lila panicked. She hadn't thought about the side effects. She opened the book again, desperate to undo the change. The pages whispered, every rewrite has a price. Next, she tried fixing her parents' old argument. She went back and made them reconcile. But when she returned, her family was happier, except she had no memories of her childhood dog. Max. Tears filled her eyes. She had erased him without realizing. The book's power was dangerous. Lila decided to use it one last time. She wrote about saving her grandmother from illness. This time, she stayed in the past for weeks, caring for her. But when she came back, she had missed meeting her first love. A deep loneliness settled in her chest. Some losses couldn't be avoided. Exhausted, Lila wrote in the book, no more changes. The pages turned blank, and the book crumbled to dust. She took a deep breath and looked around. Her life wasn't perfect, but it was hers. She picked up her phone and called Sam. Maybe some second chances didn't need magic, just courage. That night, Lila dreamed of all the paths she could have taken. But when she woke up, she felt at peace. The book was gone, but its lesson remained. Life's beauty was in its imperfections. She smiled, ready to face the future, one real step at a time. Months passed, and Lila tried to forget the mysterious book. But one rainy afternoon, a stranger walked into the library. He had sad eyes and carried a familiar leather bag. When he smiled at her, Lila's hands shook. She knew that smile. It was the one from her erased past. The man introduced himself as Daniel. He said he felt like he knew her somehow. Lila's breath caught. This was the love she'd lost by saving her grandmother. Her mind raced. Did the book send him back? Or was this just cruel luck? She didn't know what to say to him. That night, Lila found a single blank page from the book in her pocket. The words, "Some ties cannot be broken," appeared in faint ink. Her heart pounded. Was this another chance? Or another test? She stared at the page all night, too afraid to write anything. The next day, Daniel returned with old photos. They showed Lila with him in places she'd never been. "Do you remember?" he asked softly. She shook her head, but her chest ached. Fragments of lost memories flickered in her mind like a dream. The book's magic was still working, Lila finally understood. The book didn't just change the past, it left echoes. Every erased moment left shadows in the present. She took Daniel's hand, deciding to make new memories instead of chasing old ones. The last page in her pocket turned to dust, finally setting her free. As they walked out of the library together, Lila didn't look back. The sun felt warmer on her face than it had in years. Maybe some second chances weren't about rewriting history. Maybe they were about finding your way back, even through the cracks the magic left behind. One morning, Lila woke to find Daniel making coffee in her kitchen. The smell reminded her of something forgotten. He hummed a tune she somehow knew. When she asked about it, he looked surprised. "You taught me this song," he said. But she never had. A new fear gripped her. What if the echoes were growing stronger? That afternoon at work, she found another library book misplaced on her cart. Its title, "When Memories Return." Her hands trembled as she opened it. Inside was a single sentence: "The past remembers what you try to forget." That night, Lila dreamed of her grandmother's kitchen. The old woman smiled and handed her a photo. "Some stories must be lived twice," she said. When Lila woke, she found the same photo under her pillow. It showed her and Daniel at a fairground that no longer existed. Daniel began remembering more each day. He spoke of a winter storm they'd survived together. Lila recalled none of it, yet her body remembered. She'd flinch at thunder and instinctively reach for his hand. The book's magic had created invisible threads between them that even time couldn't sever. The final clue came when Lila discovered her old diary. Pages she'd never written described her life with Daniel. The last entry read, "I choose us over perfect." Suddenly she understood. The original Lila had used the book too, and paid the ultimate price to bring him back. As summer faded, Lila stopped fighting the memories. When Daniel spoke of their past, she simply listened. The echoes became stories. Then shared secrets, then new beginnings. One evening, watching sunset colors paint the library windows, Lila realized something wonderful: the book hadn't just given second chances. It had given her the rarest gift of all, a love strong enough to cross the boundaries of time. And this time, she wouldn't rewrite a single word. Lila noticed Daniel staring at her bookshelf one evening. His fingers traced the spine of an old poetry collection. "This was your favorite," he said softly. She blinked in surprise. She'd never liked poetry before. But when she opened the book, her handwriting filled the margins. The next morning, Lila found a key in her coat pocket. It felt strangely familiar. Daniel's eyes widened when he saw it. "That opens the music box," he said. But Lila owned no music box. They searched her apartment and found nothing. The mystery deepened with each passing day. One rainy Tuesday, Lila followed an unknown urge to visit the city's antique district. She stopped at a tiny shop she'd never noticed before. The bell jingled as she entered. An elderly shopkeeper smiled. "I've been waiting for you to return," he said, placing a carved music box on the counter. Lila's hands shook as she turned the key. The melody that played was the same tune Daniel always hummed. Inside the box lay a note: "When all other memories fade, the heart remembers love." Daniel's eyes filled with tears. "You gave me this before you changed things," he whispered, that night, Lila dreamed of standing before the book again. This time, she saw words she'd never noticed: true love writes its own story. When she woke, something had changed. The gaps in her memory no longer frightened her. Each new discovery felt like finding pieces of herself she never knew were missing. As autumn leaves fell outside the library window, Lila realized something wonderful. The book hadn't just given them a second chance, it had given them a love that could survive even time itself. And that was better than any perfect life she could have written.